This week, West Ham, right? And, you know, on paper, you know, we look on it and say, yeah, light work. However, West Ham, they've thrown a spanner in the works for Arsenal the last couple of seasons. You know, last year, what was it, 1-0?
1-0.
1-0 shock defeat that was.
Was it 1-0 last year? Or?
And it was the previous year.
2-0 the one before. When
Yeah.
Could have been 3-0 when they missed a penalty.
Yeah. I mean, and I watched them play on Monday as a fuming, as I said, because, you know, Everton went 1-0 up. But they were much improved underneath.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, that Somerville looked good. You know what I mean? Full crew. Like, you could see they were different players. Bowen, as we know, is a quality player. Paqueta. They have got some good players. They've just been really, really poor. This is a big game for Arsenal. Another big test of a team that have taken points off of us over the last couple of seasons. A team we've been expected to win. We have to go out there and be professional, and we need it, because if Arsenal can win that game, as I said, it's a pressurised game for Liverpool. They got Chelsea. That is not going to be an easy, straight after us, away at Stamford Bridge, a place where, you know, they haven't had a lot of success in recent years, Liverpool. This is a big chance for Arsenal to put a lot of pressure on, but you cannot take West Ham for granted. Nuno Espirito Santo, they're improved. How are you feeling?
This game's a tough game for us. Like, West Ham's never going to be easy for us while we've got Declan Rice. Never going to be easy for us, because they want to prove, you know what I mean, like, you've done the wrong thing going to Arsenal. They want to nail it in, like, you know what I mean. And listen, you know how I love Declan. You know exactly how I think as a player. I think he's a wonderful player. Attitude, everything. I cannot speak highly enough of him. But when he plays against West Ham, they get to him, and I understand why they get to him, because he's got a lot of feelings there, and he must have been shocked by not the hate, but like, look, listen, it's a compliment that they don't like. They will do when his career's over and all that, but they're hurt that he's gone to Arsenal, so they're going to voice it, and they get at him. And I think
but he's at home, and like,
but I think because it's the way in, it's a little bit more, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when he takes a corner, they're giving him so much abuse and all that. Like, you know, listen, it gets to him. Let's be honest, it gets to him, because I've seen him play every single game. He's been outstanding for Arsenal. 9 times, but against West Ham at home at the Emirates, he's had his 2 worst games for Arsenal have been against them. So there's something there. So they're up for it. We're up for it. And I think it's a tough game for that, like, you know what I mean? I don't know how. I'll be really interested in how Declan. I was hoping Declan play yesterday and be rested on Saturday, like, you know what I mean? But he's
rested on Saturday.
Well, like, because
no, I'm backing Declan Rice.
Yeah, I'm backing it. I'm hoping he's going to go right. You know what I mean? Like, because if you look back on it, West Ham have done, you know, we lost the league by 2 points, and that home game against them 2 seasons ago, something to do with that. They've done us again last season, like, you know what I mean? And I do think that their fans are up for it a little bit more because of I think it's tampered a little bit with Kudus going to Spurs. I think, like, you know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden he's not you know what I mean? It's nowhere near as bad as what he's done. Declan. But they're still saying on it, he's got to have a good game, but it's going to be tough.
Listen, Declan, right? Remember these guys, right? What you did for them. Yeah, you won on their first trophy for a very, very long time. Yeah,
remember.
You're captain, fantastic for them, but you don't play for them no more. Don't worry about West Ham. Go, score a goal, run over, knee slide right in front of them.
He never do that. Do you know
right in front of them, Declan.
I'd love him to do that, but he's got so much class.
Yeah, he wouldn't do that.
He's got so much class that he wouldn't do that.
But if they're giving you so much stick.
Well, I would, but he's not. He's got a. Listen, I know
he'd never do that.
I know that he's got a, and this is what really hurts you. He's got a massive affection for West Ham.
But you know what? He needs to get rid of that now, and have that later on, right? Because they don't seem to have much affection for him.
No, I agree.
Right? When we played him, right? You know, look at, like you said, when he goes over to take a corner.
I agree. It annoys me.
Have that affection for him, Declan. After the game, go stick it on him. Yeah. We need to win this game. This is a massive game.
West Ham at home, starting Saturday, is massive, where I expect that. We cannot drop points at home against these sort of sides. And that's no disrespect, because that's what's cost us before.
And I know there's the new manager bounce and stuff like that, and it was a much improved performance by West Ham, and we're going to have to watch them on the counter-attack. He had them playing very much like our Forest play on the counter, but there is one Achilles heel, which we saw again on Monday with West Ham, that they've been suffering from all season, and it's their inability to defend set pieces. They're not been great on set pieces this season.
He's working on now at the moment.
That is our strength. Yeah, he'd be working on it all week, but that's our strength. We got to try and force that home this week. You know what I mean? Like, set pieces could be very, very important for us in that West Ham game. I can imagine a lot of West Ham fans being nervous the first time there's a corner. Declan Rice is going to have an important part to play, and Odegaard and Saka, if they're playing with their set piece delivery. And
on the button, Declan, on the button, right in front of him.
Gyökeres, I don't know what the situation is going to be with Gabriel, if he'll be fit for that game. But, you know, this is a position which we can hurt them from. Expect a lot of long throws in that game as well from us.
I'll tell you what, it was a great point. I think it was Kenyon that mentioned maybe leaving out Gabriel for that game.
West Ham?
No.
Oh, the other, yeah.
You know what I mean? He's picked up a little knock. She was saying, he's come back from a long injury, you know what I mean? So she was right on that, you know what I mean? So maybe, you know, you've gone one game too many. So listen, if he's not playing in that game, like, we've got players to deal with it now.
Yeah,
you know
his prowess from set pieces, what we'd miss as well.
Yeah.
Because that really has been their Achilles heel this season.
A massive battle. I don't think everybody realises how physical, mentally and tough Sunday was. And then to go and do what we had to do on Wednesday again. We could have easily dropped points on Wednesday.
So you know what I mean? So
that's what you need to do. So massive game.
Let me get your prediction.
Well, I said 2-0. Well, we all said 2-0 yesterday, and we got that right, didn't we? So did. I'm going to be bold here and say 3.
Ooh. I don't know. I think I'm going to go 2-0 again. Yeah, I'll go 2-0. I think it'll be. I think I saw West Ham in the second half the other night. They played with a lot of confidence. That was a different West Ham to what we've seen when they played Chelsea and that. But if always, do you know what the funny thing is? When I really think about it, in a lot of games that they've played this season, they've had spells when they've looked good. Even against Chelsea, they started off that game well. You know what I mean? They've been winning games and thinking, but then their big Achilles heel has been the defending, is particularly from set pieces. Will Nuno be able to improve that in a week? You know, that is where Arsenal really need to ram home their advantage, I feel. Those set pieces, corners, long throws, that I target West Ham because they've been really poor on that so far this season. So I'm going to go 2-0. If we can win 2-0, we could possibly, Liverpool play after us, isn't it?
Yes, we'll be top for at least in a couple of hours.
Yeah. Big moment for Arsenal. Could represent an excellent start to the season.
If someone has said to you in the first 6 games, right, when the first season come up, like, potentially you could be top going into the August international break, you'd have bit your hand off. However it's happened, you know what I mean? When we're not happy with the way it happened against Man City, but you'd have bit your hand off, right? Like.